Alright, let's program the remote to the hopper. So go to menu and we go to settings. So with this new box, one of the great features is that it's easy to use and anybody can do this. You don't need a technician to come out and do it every time you get a new TV or the batteries run out. And it's the same on the hoppers and the joeys, so every room's the same and it gives you the same thing. So after we hit menu, we go to remote manager and we go to TV code and we go to lookup code, and then we scroll down to Sony, or we can go to the right there and select S, obviously, but it's right there. Hit next and point the remote at the TV, and right here it's saying that we've downloaded code 1 of 26. So it could be one of any of those 26 codes, and if you hit the volume and the volume works, then press yes. And if you hit the volume and the volume doesn't work, press no. So I'm going to press yes, and then I want to program my surround sound. So I go to auxiliary to program my surround sound, which is also it's Sony. So you have a selection here: audio amp, audio accessory, or audio receiver. I believe mine's an audio receiver. And then again, lookup code. And it was about 4 codes deep in this, so I'm not going to trudge you through that. But again, you select Sony, and then click next, and it does the same thing. Hold that pointed towards there, 1 of 35 codes, and then if it worked, you click yes. And then some of the other buttons down here. So I hooked up the surround sound, everything goes through my surround, and down here I can switch this hopper to UHF instead of IR. So if I click on that, I disable IR, which I do, and it runs UHF, so I can put the hopper in a cabinet. So it's built in that way. Volume, I put my volume on the auxiliary button. So I program my surround sound on the auxiliary button, and when I hit my volume button now on my remote, it doesn't operate the volume on my TV. I'd have to select that to go back to that. It operates the volume on my surround, and it's always on, so that works perfect that way. And that is how to program the remote to your hopper. And to do the Sling adapters, these guys are 30 bucks. So you can purchase one. You know, we run out of them, so call ahead to make sure we have one. If we don't, we can order one for you. The $30, and you just plug it into the USB port on the back of your hopper. As soon as you do that, a setup screen will come up, and then you go to dish.com and log into your account and follow the instructions that come in the box. Actually, I have a box here, and there's about 3 steps to complete, none of which are difficult. It's all very easy. And here's your quick start guide. So you can see, plug it in basically is the whole system on how to do it. But I've downloaded a app, Dish, right there, a Dish remote access app for my iPad, iPhone, any smartphone device, and it'll load this up. So this is going to take one of the 3 tuners off by doing this, but I could be anywhere in the world and have internet on my iPad. And of course I have internet at my house and my hopper's hooked to it. And I have a guide here I can look at, and I can watch live TV anytime I want, anywhere in the world, just like I'm sitting in my living room. We've sold quite a few of these Sling boxes because of this versatility. I can also watch anything off of my DVR, and I can set recordings. I can pause live TV on my iPad. I can fast forward, rewind. Anything that I can do in my house, I can do on my mobile devices, either over an IP address. So either on a laptop or a desktop computer, my iPhone, or an iPad on a Wi-Fi in a coffee shop, and wherever I can bring up. Of course, speed has something to do with it, so if I have a good speed at both locations, then I'm able to stream seamlessly live TV onto my IP devices. So as you can see, live TV will be coming up here in just a second. And then on here we got the guide, we got record button if we wanted to record it. We have all the same features of that we have available to us in our living rooms. We can hit live TV, the info button, zoom. We can go HD or go down to SD if we want to, if the internet connection isn't good. So let's go down to SD. Then it has to restart. And then you can get to all of your recordings here. DVR options, add recordings, go to Blockbuster at home, search button, on demand, any of those features you have access to. So that's a little bit about the Sling, and as you can see, it's got the same type of interface as the hopper does with the little icons. And if you are in the market to, if you have an existing hopper system, or that Sling also is capable on a VIP system, has to be an HD DVR, so a VIP 722 or a 622, the same Sling box works on. So if you're looking for live TV in a mobile environment, there's no substitute than the Sling.